Good morning, my fellow government tithing, pork barreled, over-assessed patriots. This story comes courtesy of the Chicago Sun-Times, and actually it came out last Friday, the 30th of July. And I can certainly empathize with this story because, well, in the month of July, I had to send Honolulu the amount of money they assessed what my house was worth. President Trump, like the rest of us, is a tax-paying man, and like the rest of us, he certainly thinks he's overtaxed. Let's take a look at this story. State orders a $1 million tax refund for President Trump. The county moves to block it. Let's go on. If Trump ends up with the tax refund, it would come out of taxes due to the city of Chicago and 8 other government agencies. Oh no! Chicago public schools stand to lose the biggest chunk of money, about $540,000. All right, let's go on, see what they're talking about here. The Illinois Property Tax Appeal Board has decided former President Donald Trump is due a $1 million refund on his skyscraper's 2011 tax bill. Holy cow, that's over 10 years ago. He's been fighting this in court. It takes a billionaire to get even a modest refund for overpaying his taxes. And yes, $1 million to me is a fortune. But for him, it's just part of his tax bill on one property. Do you notice? They don't say how much he paid in taxes in Chicago. It's just that he wanted a partial refund on one property. And here's why he was overassessed. The Cook County Board of Review overestimated the value of the building's hotel rooms and retail space. Don't we all feel that way? We all feel that our property has been over-evaluated for tax purposes. We hate paying taxes, and we all feel like we're getting shafted by our local government assessment of our property values. Good on President Trump for actually winning one of these things. I have never heard of anyone winning an appeal against a tax assessment on property before. This is groundbreaking news. Why wasn't this in all the headlines? Oh yeah, because it's President Trump. But the Cook County State's Attorney has filed suit with the Illinois Appellate Court seeking to block the refund, which is yet to be issued. If President Trump ends up with the tax refund, it will come out of property taxes due to the city of Chicago. You see how they're saying, even though he's owed this money, think of how it's going to hurt the people. Let's see what these other agencies are. The Chicago Public Schools, which stands to lose the biggest chunk of money, about $540,000. This is why President Trump is a hero to regular people like me and you. Yes, he's a billionaire. Yes, he lives in a different world than you and I, but he still has the same problems. He's not like Biden, who has his family paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for arts of work, which he's not even going to tell you who bought them. It's not like his son hasn't sold his father's name when he was in government before as vice president in order to get high-paying jobs. It's not like his brother hasn't done the same. Biden's whole family has been sucking the government teat for so long, there's no milk for the rest of us. Personally, I don't want any of that sour milk. I would like to see the flow cut off for all people. President Trump, being more of a businessman than a politician, well, he's more relatable to you and I. He's gone through more of the travails, the troubles of life. He hasn't had it sugar-coated. He hasn't had the government pave his roads in gold. He's had to do that himself. I'm not saying he hasn't had a road of gold. I'm saying he paid for it himself. He hasn't had you and me pay for it. This is why this type of story will never make national news. It's too relatable for you and me. We can empathize with him. We all go through it. We all know that we've been overtaxed, overburdened with levies. We've all felt like we've been so heavily poll taxed. Well, is it really even worth having a poll anymore? Well, yeah, I think it is, but just barely.